It's not readily apparent from just looking at the letters. But ENFP and INFJ types have minds that work in very similar ways. Some even consider them as perfect pairing for romantic relationships. Though the types only share 2 letters, when you break down the function stacks you see they're perfect mirror images of each other. ENFPs and INFJs both lead with intuition as their dominant and best developed learning function. They both have feeling as the co-pilot process they use to make decisions. Thinking is their tertiary function, which is less well developed but still accessible. And sensing is their inferior function, which they have poor access to and which often shows up under stress. But they use different forms of each function. Here are the 5 areas for a perfect match between INFJ and ENFP. And we are starting right now. Mind is on our way to 1K subscribers. Support from you will be amazing. Thank you. Number 1. Friendship. INFJs and ENFPs can spend long hours talking and laughing together because their ways of thinking are similar. Their intuitive and feeling traits are the glue that holds the friendship together. However, they are often at odds about their differences in sociability. The INFJ may grow weary of the amount of time the ENFP spends in the company of others. He or she regrets that the ENFP doesn't take more pleasure in their time alone as friends. In healthy friendships, compromise is the key. If the ENFP accepts many party invitations, the INFJ can consent to attend some but bow out of others. Each friend needs to understand the character of the other, honor his or her preferences, and adapt some of the time. Another difference between them concerns punctuality. The INFJ is rarely tardy and gets things done when promised. ENFPs have a tendency to be late. They lose track of time, because they underestimate how long it will take to finish what they're doing. They miss deadlines or are slow in meeting their commitments. This happy-go-lucky attitude often annoys INFJs, who thinks it irresponsible. ENFPs, on the other hand, may consider INFJs clock watchers. Number 2. Romance. ENFPs have such appealing personalities that they're never short of admirers. When a relationship takes hold with an INFJ, the bond is likely to be intense at first, as the ENFP showers attention on the other person. The INFJ feels honored and unconditionally loved. However, many of these relationships wear out over time, and the ENFP begins looking for another conquest. Being in love is an almost constant state for ENFPs. When the love bug gets them, they study all aspects of the new partner. ENFPs tend to idealize their current relationships, thinking that the latest one is the best of all. Whether male or female, ENFPs can be seductive. They know how to appeal to attractive prospects and make themselves desirable. Sometimes they go too far in their quest for affection, making the INFJ feel pressured and deprived of private time. If this makes the INFJ uneasy, the ENFP is likely to get anxious and needy. A discussion about the importance of boundaries may help ease the ENFP's jittery response to a partner's hesitance. Being abandoned by an ENFP partner is hard on the sensitive INFJ, who thinks, "I'll never find a person this wonderful again." In contrast, a rejected ENFJ usually smarts at first, but then recovers by exaggerating the partner's shortcomings and concentrating on new prospects. When ENFPs are left by a lover, they rebound quickly. ENFPs have a reputation for being scattered, flirtatious, impractical, overly enthusiastic, and rule-breaking. And while many can be like that, those are superficial traits that point to deeper things like a zeal for life, a desire to learn and explore, and a genuine love of people. An INFJ is one of the types most likely to truly understand why an ENFP acts the way they do and then accept and love them for who they are. Number 3. Home life. INFJs who marry ENFPs find that they're enjoyable to live with. They also make good parents. They know how to turn family chores into enjoyable activities. If there's a task that's boring, they find a way to make it interesting. They infuse family life with creativity and avoid letting their home get too structured, with no room for imagination. When the freewheeling goes too far, however, the INFJ may complain that things are getting out of control. ENFPs may consider themselves organized in their home life, but INFJ partners often take a different view. The N's desire to be open to new possibilities is usually stronger than their need to keep things neat and tidy. When they fix meals, the kitchen is likely to be a mess. Their offices or dens are cluttered. There's always something more interesting to do than clean up. Because of their wide-ranging interests, ENFPs tend to change jobs, often even career tracks, with the result that their finances are shaky. Partly this is due to their success at landing jobs for which they're not fully qualified. If the family needs a steady income, the tendency of ENFPs to quit jobs or get fired may frustrate INFJs. Number 4. Secrets of success. INFJs and ENFPs share the gifts of compassion and desire to help others. They're champions of good causes, whether their efforts are directed at people, animals, or the environment. By cooperating in their efforts to help others, they strengthen their own personal bond. They make good partners, and together they are an admirable team. Number 5. Communication. Once they get into an actual conversation, it doesn't take an INFJ and ENFP long to realize they could easily talk for hours. The first real conversation can last over 3 hours. They can spend enormous amounts of time with each other, without the introverted INFJ getting worn out from socializing or the extroverted ENFP becoming distracted by other people. The ENFP draws the INFJ out of their shell in a way the INFJ is okay with. And the INFJ gives the ENFP one person who's interesting enough to hold their attention, at least for a while. So, was this video helpful? Let us know in the comments below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and share with your friends, so we can keep making them. For more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell. Also, be sure to check our other videos as well. Thanks for watching.